Hi, good evening. My name is Terrance Cumby, and I'm running for the 4th District in the city of Compton. I'm here to talk about candidacy with Kenzie Jones, longtime resident of Compton.
Doing good for having me. It's a pleasure to be here so we can discuss things that can progress Compton, a younger attitude, a younger man, thoughts are completely different.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, when you talk about young, uh, might look a little young. Actually, 55.
I'm speaking of 65.
Yeah. So, in the meantime, could you just go over a few of your concentrated issues that you have at the moment?
uh, First of all, I want Compton to be like your living room. Beautify Compton like it should be. Long Beach Boulevard, we have our fences just tearing down and everything. Get our what you say? First look at Compton. If you take little things, landscape, and then beautify, put up some plants down, that'll bring Compton much better. So once we start doing those little simple things to Compton, fix the streets, get our lights together. Right there on the corner of Long Beach Boulevard and Caldwell, we have two street lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Been gone since down there 15 years. But I didn't run away. I'm still trying to fight.
Right.
I'm not going to run away. I love Compton. It's no city is perfect. But once we get together, get our thoughts, we can do it.
Absolutely. Well, one of the reasons why I'm running today is because I've been a resident of Compton since 1968. I've seen good, the bad, and the ugly, but we can change all of that. Some people giving up on Compton, but I haven't. Obviously, you haven't. And reasons why I'm running is to fix some of the problems that we have and address the majority of things that we can fix. And the only way we are get that done is by electing people in office who really care about the city. And I'm one of those people. Um, just a little bit about me. Born here in 1968. My father was a Korean War veteran, actually decorated, my mother, and I'm the youngest of 9 kids. And with that, my family has been here in the city, and the Cumby name is pretty synonymous with Compton. So when you think about Compton, some people have a vision of being a place of ill repute. Some people think Compton is not so great. Some people think Compton is really great. We have a unique background in Compton, and it engulfs a lot of things with the president and his family. Actually, two, because the son and the father live here, the Bushes. And with that, we have been known for a lot of things that are most important are going to be known for in the future. And how can we capitalize on this new experience called the Compton of the 21st century? So, do you want to go on a journey?
I would love it.
Okay.
Yes, I would. I can to help you, provide you with information that I can help to completely get to the top.
Well, so the first thing, go back a little bit in order to go forward. I remember my first time to the park, which was right from where I lived on Pearl. And I literally just could walk out the front door and go around the corner and walk to the park. I think my earliest memory is about 5 or 6 years old walking there. And South Park was a beautiful park.
Yes.
And in the summers, we had summer programs. And they had an attendant who was there who bought out the background games, and kids wanted to play tetherball, basketball, all kinds of things would go on in the park, which all the kids in the community would play in the park. Well, as time went on and years went by, I see those options no longer afforded to the kids of Compton. Is that they don't have the opportunity to go out the door and walk a corner to a park that is fun and playful place that they can go to. And like, I used to get out of school and couldn't wait to go home, do my homework, parking. But we don't have that because Parks Department, which should be able the list. I could go on about all of the things that's wrong, but I'd rather go on with all of the things that could be right. And the things that could be right is if we get involved in our community and start to care about our community, like you said, our living room. Mm, we throw trash. You wouldn't go in your living room and throw trash on the floor.
True.
You wouldn't let your neighbors come over and throw trash on the floor. So when you're driving down the streets of Compton, people throwing trash out and are coming here from other communities to dump the trash. That's disrespectful. Compton is not a city where you can just come here and do whatever you like. It's a community of families. People misrepresent our city in such a way that when you talk to people who've never been here, they think that Compton is monument to some kind of public housing. But we are residents. The majority of Compton is homeowners. We don't have a lot of apartment buildings and things of that sort here. And this grew up and come to understand. We're the only community and that I'm aware of and have a a community college, its own school district. We used to have our own police department, and we, for all intents, have our own natural resources that we don't capitalize on. So in that, people say, "Oh, well, why does your city look that way?" Sometimes you can say misinformed. Sometimes people are upset. They feel they're represented. Time for us to change that representation. So in that, what would be your first thing to do when you elect me to office?
First thing I'll do is to into getting young people and senior citizens into voting. Put a big effort, go around the different areas, make it simple. Sometimes they say if you don't have an email, there's a lot of senior citizens that don't have a computer. So we got to break that down to them so they can understand.
Mm.
Because I went to a couple of meetings and they say if you don't have email, you can't come. What about the seniors that don't understand email? So we're going to have to get them there, mail it to them so they can understand what's running, who's running, and what their purpose are. So we got to start communicating to our family now. When I say family, it's our community.
Right. So in that, I'm one who has been information disenfranchised when it comes to our city. Messages don't get out the way that they're supposed to. So that's a problem that we can definitely fix, and definitely we can address that. That's an easy fix. It's called communication, and there's thousands of ways to communicate these days. You got apps, you got mailers, you have people walking up, knocking on doors, but until inspired to do something, they won't. And I'm inspired. I'm inspired to see Compton in the way that I see Compton. And the way that I see Compton is that this is the safest city in America. Compton is the greatest city in the world. We are, in comparison, when you mention the name Compton, to no other city our size in the entire planet, 10 square miles. We have so many people who have come out of here to become great. And yet there's something, and I say this, something in the water. It has to be. Because you can't find a community that's this small that has so produced so much, right? So people say, oh, it's known for gangster rap. Nah, we're not just known for that. We got two tennis superstars who came out of here who changed the game of tennis,
True.
right? We have a lady by the name of Tokyo Rose who went to Compton College, who was considered, quote unquote, a traitor. But in fact, she was working a double agent for the United States. And during World War II, the list goes on and on as to how great our city is. But as long as people keep trying to push us down and make sure that we feel that we aren't worthy, and quite frankly, we haven't been living up to the name. It's great. You say Compton, it means something. It means something across the world. But let's make it mean Compton and its greatness moving to the 21st century, to where when you come to California, you don't only want to see Hollywood, you want to see Compton. And until we get to that point, then I can't sleep well at night.
Well, I understand what you're saying. I feel the same way when I wake up mornings. But the Lord bless me, so I'm not going to stop. I'm going to try to give up information, talk, and hope we can, what they say, a quiet mouth never get fed.
True.
So that's what I'm looking at. We just sitting down, having a discussion. That's the first step we're doing. They say we can't come together without having a big argument, but we can.
Absolutely.
We can't do nothing without our brain, but we can. We are taking over the world, so we can do it. We can do it. We have it here. We just got to take one step at a time.
So when you go and you look at Compton, and I say our city, my city, because this is where I live. They say land where my father died. Yeah, well, my father is in the National Cemetery in Westwood. My mom is there with him. So now the banner of our city is passed down to me and to the rest of our community, and what we have to do. I can't do any of the lifting by myself. It's going to take us to bring Compton forward to a place of the greatness that it deserves. Because when I go places, people say, "Hey, where are you from?" I say, "Well, first I tell them, I say, well, I'm from Compton." They say, "Oh, you mean Compton, California?" Yeah. I don't say I'm from LA. I don't tell people I'm from California. I can just say Compton and immediately they turn around and say California. So I'm going to promote my city wherever I am because I'm a representative of Compton. And if you've ever seen me anywhere in this entire world, then I'm Compton. I'm confident Compton. I'm not going around and tearing my city down. I think that my city is special. I think my city is more special than any other place in the world. And we will get the opportunity to show that.
You know what's so beautiful about Compton? We have freeways that we can go any direction we want to. This is the only city set up like this.
Absolutely. It's called the hub city.
Yes. Yes.
And what's a hub? The will hub. Everything is around us.
I mean, we blessed, but you got to look at how blessed we are. Think about it. Every time we have a little shakeup, we don't have a big shakeup.
True.
We don't have floods.
True.
That's what we got to look at right now. There's a reason why Compton is like this. We got good soil. When the rain comes, we don't never get flooded.
Yeah. Well, we are a member of the LA River.
Yes, yes, indeed.
And in that gives us a danger, but an advantage, right? Because before the water hits the ocean, this is the last city before Long Beach, right? So
that's true.
If it's the floods got to start way back far and come down. But last time gravity runs down,
that's what's gonna happen. My main concern is this: just to let the citizens know we're here for them.
right?
What we got to start doing now. Let the citizens let them know we're here, and we talking. That's one beautiful step. Two black men talking their own city, what we can do to make things better.
Well, it's by people of Compton getting involved. You have to involved in your community, and one of the things that I say to people